I absolutely hate the feeling of having to rely upon something to make you feel better. Whether that be people, because I know a lot of younger teenagers have, put their happiness and value or their feelings or emotions into other people to make them feel better. People have had to be put on medication in order to make them feel better because of a chemical imbalance, or maybe they're struggling with depression, or maybe someone in their family passed away and they're dealing with a loss and struggle, which is deeming them sad and depressed and miserable, that they can't be happy, so they have to get put on medication to make themselves feel better, to get out of that mindset. I hate the feeling of having to be reliant upon something else, people or medication, to make you feel better. I know that I'm not the only one who thinks that way. But during my younger teenage years, between the ages of 15 and 18, I was put on medication for a long enough point to where I got off of medication. And from time to time, depending on circumstances in my life, I still have medication around, but I don't need it. I'm in a happy, awesome, mental, healthy state right now, living on my own. I have nothing to worry about in terms of a toxic environment, because one of the biggest things that I was struggling with coming out of religion was being in the religious household that I was. And I'm not sure how to link this together, but summer of 2000 and was it 2013 or 2012? I think it was 2013. It was the start of 2013. I had a family loss. Someone who I knew passed away, and it affected me greatly. That's one thing that I do not cope well, is with people who I care about or people who I love dying. It is very, very difficult for me, and I'm still in the preparation of getting my mindset ready for my father, because my father is in terrible, terrible health right now. He's doing okay right now, but he has a lot of health problems, and my mom and me have been preparing ourselves for when he passes. Whenever that day is, we don't know. Whenever that could be this year, it could be next year, I don't even know. Because my dad had several different strokes, which greatly affected his brain chemistry and how he acts and who the person he is. My dad's not the same person he used to be since he's had his strokes. In any case, going back to summer 2013, I had a family loss, and it affected me to the point of where I needed to take medication for it, because when you get really down, really depressed due to a situation that happened, it can, depression can creep back up. And as someone who hadn't struggled for depression for almost a year and a half, 2 years, because, I was on medication for a point, up until then I'm not sure, I don't know how to explain this all in the way that the brain works, but if some people can get on medication for a certain matter of time, and then after they've been on that medication for 2 to 3 years or whatever, they can be fixed from what they were dealing with. Like, the brain trains itself. I don't know all the sciencey terminology to describe it, but you don't need the medication anymore. You can become your own person without having to take medication to feel better, because your brain chemistry has been changed to the point of where it doesn't need that. Don't ask me. I'm not a professional in health or anything like that. But I didn't need medication anymore. But even still, I was still in a religious household. It was still affecting me. It was a very toxic environment, to the point of where I was struggling with my beliefs and everything at that time. But up until 2013, summer of 2013, when that family loss happened, I needed to take medication because of that family loss. But rather than take medication, I said, no, I'm gonna wing this. I'm gonna go through it. I don't need fucking medication. I was on medication for 3 years. I was good for all this time, up until this particular point where someone died. It's affecting me, but I'm not going to go back to that medication, even for a few days, just to take the edge off of the sadness or struggles that I'm going through with that painful loss. I'm not gonna do it. And the result of me not taking the several days of medication due to that circumstance resulted in me making a video on my side channel. Now, I don't know how many people know about this video. This video was about, I think it was 6 to 7 minutes in length, called Respect It. Stupid video. But that video was on my side channel for less than 20 minutes. Because I realized when I uploaded them, I was like, what the fuck did I just upload? What the fuck did I just do? And that video that I uploaded, called Respect It, was a video essentially talking about that I'll probably be dead by age 25. I essentially audited myself out to be, by age 25, I will probably be dead. And that, I don't know how many people saw that video, but I know some people did, and it upset a lot of people seeing me make that statement, and rightly so, because I wasn't in the right mental state. I was going through a stage of loss, and through that stage of loss, I wasn't thinking clearly, and therefore, because I neglected my medication, because I didn't want to go on my medication for several days, I said I'm just going to do it. It made me think irrationally. So therefore, it resulted in me uploading a video saying that I'll probably be dead by 25 for a bunch of different reasons. One of the biggest things of my reasons for saying that, though, was I had a narrow viewpoint. I thought to myself that I was still going to be living in a toxic religious household because that religious household was destroying me. Living in that religious household was crippling who I was as a person. I was not able to express myself. I wasn't able to share my beliefs. I was limited on what I could talk about on YouTube. That's how bad it was. My dad didn't like me talking about atheism or my beliefs or stuff on YouTube. In fact, it got to a point where I would get into arguments and fights with my dad over the content on YouTube, so I eventually had to block my dad from my own YouTube account from watching my videos. Thankfully, my dad's not a technology expert, so he didn't realize that by me blocking him, he could still go to my webpage and still watch them. But my point stands is that I was under so much pressure. In fact, I was positive at the time that I made that video, not thinking clearly, that I would probably be dead by 25 because I'd probably be still stuck at my parents' house, not having enough money to move out. Thankfully, I was able to save up enough money to move out. And since I've gotten out of that religious toxic environment, I feel so free, so energized most of the time. I'm happy, and I'm my own person. I don't need to hide myself or facade what I believe and what I think about things in fear of having my father lash out at me or my father getting mad at me or us clashing together because he believes in creation. I believe in evolution. I don't believe there is a God that truly loves me. He believes that there is. And it was a dysfunctional place that I was in, that it was affecting my mental health and everything. But I wanted to make this video to clarify to some people. I don't know, again, not many people saw the video, so I don't know. Maybe I'm beating a dead horse here. Maybe I shouldn't even be talking about this. But I wanted to let people know that I said at one point that I would probably be dead by 25, but this is not the case. It's not true. It's not true. It was made at a bad place in my life. I made a statement. The video is no longer on YouTube. I removed it, and I don't really talk about it or mention it ever, other than this one particular video, because I just wanted to let people know that it's not the case and not to worry, and not to, if you do find a copy of the video out there, it probably is out there because whatever's on the internet's on the internet, but if it's out there, let me know and I'll get it removed because I really don't want it out there. I said some things about myself which were just wrong, like, it's embarrassing, but, one second. Oh, hello. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. That was awkward. I just opened the door in my boxers, and I had my my little boxer opening where my dick was wide open. Yeah. Ooh. He probably just saw my dick. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Again, it was a bad time in my life. I said something that I wasn't in the right mental state. So please don't worry about it. I'm not in that place anymore, and I probably will never get to that place anymore. And if I ever get to that place again, if my father passes away within the next year, it's going to hit me hard. I know that. And I've already made preparations that when that happens, I am not going to be on YouTube. So if you see 3 weeks, a month of me not making YouTube videos, you will know why. Because I'm not going to risk going through that stage of sadness and irrationality, and then making YouTube content is just unwise and unsafe for me. And you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. Peace the rep out, and have a fantastic day.